Race fans. Hello, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Bulldozer Power GT and Motorsport Manager, and we come off the back of a very successful weekend for Falco Engelhardt, who finished the last race in first place. And so on. Stephanie Mori, otherwise known as Driver 1, did reasonably well, finishing in 7th. But it was a weekend largely successful due to some astute pit and tyre choices. And for once, it all paid off. Still, despite having performed well, we lost another 2 million quid. And that's super. That's exactly what we want to see. That now puts us 11 million in the hole, and we'll have to see what the boss says about that in a moment. Meanwhile, to review those scores, Engelhardt, there finishing in first, also got the fastest lap. That's done him the power of good as he moves to 6th overall in the Drivers' Championship. Very nice. Driver 1, however, is back in 10th and tied for 10th at that. A good result for her in the next race, and she could possibly move up. But frankly, we don't care. If I could fire her now, I would do. For those who don't know why Driver 1 has earned the name Driver 1, you're going to have to review several races from this season to work that out. And in order for you to catch up, I have left in the description a link to every race that has been conducted for Bulldozer Power GT so far. So if you're new to the series, you can catch up with all the drama from the start and find out how we got to where we are. Anyway, let's look at the team championship. We are now 4th overall. 3rd is possible, but we only need to finish in 5th in order to keep everybody happy. So it looks like, with one race remaining, that we have every possibility of not being fired. And that's a good thing. Right, now then, we're skint, but I'm expecting sponsorship offers to come in, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll go do the pit crew. Hello, pit crew. We'll rotate them as per usual. Jolly good. And then we'll go to the mailbox, and we'll get past all the rubbish about what we already know. Right. Falco's car dropped 50% and Driver 1's dropped by 52. Arnold wants to do an interview. All right, Arnold, I'd never say no to an interview. Driver 1 was furious after the race, claiming you let her tyres run down totally and she was begging to make a final pit stop. Right, where's the she's fired? No mistake, no. We need to execute... to do that, to execute on a strategy, I really don't see the issue. Yeah, shut up. Also, you're fired, okay? As soon as I can fire you, you're gone. Right, so, you know, there is that. Pit crew review, we performed 5 pit stops, fastest was whatever. We had 2 mistakes. Ooh, interesting. Well, you know, it is what it is. We still ended up winning the race, so I'm over it. Sophie Richards, hard-fought win for Engelhardt in Beijing. After a race which was filled with non-stop action, overtakes and crashes, Bulldozer Power GT's Engelhardt finished the race on top. Yes, he did, didn't he? The Bulldozer Power GT driver eventually came out on top with Manny in 2nd and Hitbone rounding out the podium. Winning Bulldozer Power GT boss Colonel Failure collected the team's trophy and looked delighted as he downed the champagne. No, he didn't. No, he keeps his wits about him, does this particular Failure Colonel. Right, now then, what have we got? Car's finished. Good. What am I going to do with it? Not a lot, because I've got no money, and all the parts are, well, they're finished. We've done them all. Is anything in need of a performance upgrade? No, I've done it. It's finished. Becky's going to have to sit around on her hands for the next couple of weeks. And then, as far as reliability is concerned, we're now fixing up. we're fixing up backup parts. All right, whatever. Yeah, as long as if it keeps them out of trouble, then you know that's all terrific. Yeah, I've got nothing else to do there. But we've got some sponsors in. I doubt any of these sponsors are going to offer me 12 million quid. It's just a hunch that I've got. All 3 are for slot 1. Okay, let's brace yourselves. Here we go. Now then, what have we got here? 800 grand up front, 4 races. I like the length. I like a nice short sequence. bonus payment of 400k for finishing 10th. Okay, right. Okay. Well, that's like miles ahead of any of the others. No, it is. It's just hands down better than all of the others put together. So yeah, right. You're hired. Well done. Congratulations. Thanks for that. Yeah, we're now only 11 million in the hole. Brilliant. Thank you. Sorry, I was given a name check. Gustavo Cruises from Portugal. They think that we're the business, and they are now advertising their business on the top of the car. Slot 4 is also available, but we're going to have to wait for that to come in. So we'll wait for that to happen. Right, onwards. Off we jolly well go. Oh, how exciting. A scouting report's come in. Yeah, skip straight past that. It's not like I can do much with it at the moment. Right, 2 sponsorship offers have come in. Go to here, go to there, and let's have a look. What have we got so far? An upfront payment of $1.5 million. Okay, that's 500 grand a race. Right, versus an upfront payment of 400,000. Yes. Yes. That's $1.5 million for 11 races. That's rubbish. These are both terrible. No, I'm not. Sorry, I looked at. When I said it's 500 grand a race, I looked at when the offer expires. No, we'll wait for number 3 to come in. I hope it's better than that, because that's garbage. Not interested. Right, we've got a new scouting report come in, and I suspect it's Sherry Snow Lady. Let's have a look. She's got quite a lot of potential. Her consistency's not good, and neither is her focus or her smoothness. Yes. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, she's not that interesting anyway. +2 feedback and a Wunderkid. Okay. Wunderkind, I think you'll find. Would be a low-quality driver. Yeah, I should say so, although she is quite good at overtaking. Meanwhile, Motor Racing Magazine and Jiro Kagawa are saying that Vlad Marley is hated by his own mechanics. Over at Scanstrom GT, things are getting nasty. Marley is a complete prat, an anonymous source told us. Well, okay, but I'm not interested in signing him. What I'm going to do. Here's the plan, team. Is I'm going to sack driver 1 as soon as I can, which will probably wipe out most of my money. But it's worth doing anyway, because a point has to be, there has to be a line drawn in the sand, and that line is largely with regard to crashing the car. And therefore, we've got to, we've got to stand by our principles with that regard. Meanwhile, the International GT Championship, Richard Tate takes the win, which does him the power of good, bumping him up as it does to 5th place overall for Orange GT. Anaconda gets 2nd, which keeps her aspirations of taking the lead. But Octavia Bean got 3rd, so the lead was only cut to 1. But given that both drivers drive for Spartan, that's no real anything, to be honest. That's business as usual. Spartan are now 47 points clear at the top of the table, ahead of Hammer AMR and Orange GT, who are tied in 2nd place on 340. So I think that season's done, given that there's only 1 race left, and what we're talking here, 47 points. Well, let's do some sums here, people. Now that's 24. Yes, well done. And then 2nd place is another 19, which means that there's 43 points on the table potentially in total. Spartan are the winners. Congratulations, Sparto. Jolly good. Right. Okay. Moving on. Anything happening? No. 17 days till we're off to Tondela to round off the season, and someone wants to go on a fitness course. Okay, if it's free, yep, no problem. If it's not free, no, it's not going to happen. We've also looked up Dan the Man. Here we go. Here's Dan. He is a man, apparently. He's crash happy. Oh, good. And he's an overtaking specialist. No, he's not. He is not. And Clem Fandango's his mentor. Well, he's not coming here. Because cheap Fandango, no, not even slightly interested. Right, we've got a dilemma, allegedly. Colonel, legendary fitness guru Dan Hardsmith, has a slot available. It's Get Fit or Die intensive exercise course. Now, between you and me, we both know Falco Engelhardt could do with getting off the sofa once in a while. Should we book him in? Don't let him skip leg day. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do it if I'm allowed. Nope. There you go. See, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a dilemma in the slightest, and therefore, sorry about that. Falco can stay a bloater on the sofa, and we'll just have to live with that. Now, how about we stop? Actually, it doesn't really matter. We've got everything's fixed. What? Look! Whoa! Lots of news has been coming in. We've got another sponsor. Let's do that first. This better be a good one. Right, 9 races. It's the short one. Okay. And it's 400 grand up front and then 150k a race. I think, oh no, that was not the new one. This is the new one. 10 races, so that's worth 2.2 million. This one is worth 1.5. No, this one is worth, that's $1 million and a bit, and that's only another $500,000. So if we say that that's about 1.5 as well, then Can Blanco here is the way to play. We'll take it, yeah, because that's worth more than that. It's a drop in the ocean, though, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, it's my precious little dude. Hey, look, we've got another scouting report. It's Devon Midges, and oh well, you know, I'd hire Devon, pay driver. How much you pay? 240 grand a race. Nice. He's a DRS expert, allegedly, and he does volunteering, which makes him more marketable. That's useful. All right, yeah. Can is there a add to favourites button here? So I always look for this and I can never find it. Yeah, we'll hire you, Devon. You're solid. Yeah, you've got the kind of thing that we're looking for here at Bulldozer Power GT. Right, Becky Kitagawa is saying that we've finished everything. Can you give us something to do? Go on holiday. Can't do anything else. Either that or design a new part for nothing. That's your choices. Zhang is in the inbox with good news. Just a reminder that we're currently in 4th place. I knew that, Zhang. It says better than 5th place. I knew that as well, because, you know, I've got rudimentary arithmetic as part of my skill set. Alvaro Chitar is talking about the race in Tondela. It's a 32 lapper. It's 2.4 miles per lap. There is likely to be some rain. No, there isn't. 10% is not likely, is it? 10% is it's unlikely that it's going to rain. What we do know, however, is it's 40% chance of rain. It tends to rain. Without too many changes, chances for the cars to get up to full speed, it favours acceleration. Right you are. Okay, thank you, Alvaro. Falco. Right, hello, what do you want? It's been fairly good. Oh, as good as fairly good. To be working with Vasily, our lead designer, but I must admit of being a bit jealous when I look around the paddocks at the rest of the teams. He's a bad designer, but I just can't help feeling we can do better. I don't suppose you're making any changes soon. Well, I don't know. How good are you, Vasily? Vasily? A 3-starer. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, Vasily's fine. Ironically, you know, race mechanics, 10 a penny. We can flog any of them and get someone in. Well, they've only got 1 month left on their contracts. Oh dear. I have no idea if we're actually going to be able to make any changes there. Yeah. But the relationship between Falco and Kevin is a good one. I'm going to try and renew his contract. Brace yourselves. Starting the negotiations. He's not on much at the moment. Wages aren't very important to me. Yeah, I know. But they are important to you, though, aren't they? You'd prefer a long contract? Fine. You've got 5-star potential. I'm quite happy to keep you in the squad. There you go. Let's send that and see what he thinks. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Becky, on the other hand, she's a 4.5-starer. Yes. But her chemistry score is pretty low, and I need a good chemist. But the pit stop guru is a good one, as far as scores are concerned. The sweet spot in qualifying is much bigger, giving the driver an excellent chance of optimising their brake and tyre temperatures. Oh, jolly good. And you are pushing it to the limit. Oh, we hit that on a regular basis. It's not the greatest skill, but it's not terrible either. Meanwhile, Vasili's still got 13 months to go, so I'm not going to burn another 700 and however much in order to replace him this season. It would be at the end of next season, if at all. Pre-race gossip at Tondela. Scanstrom are likely to perform well this weekend, according to former WMC team principal Eddie Dubois. If my estimations are correct, then they are to be the favourites, he told XBC Sport. Whatever. Falco GT. Falco GT. What are you talking about? Bulldozer Powers. Bulldozer Power GT's Falco Engelhardt is odds on to follow up his win in the last race in Beijing with another victory in Tondela. What are you smoking? Where his car is expected to perform very strongly. Sources from inside the team have told us that mood in the factory is buoyant. That's because I sent him on holiday. Duncan Disorderly is hoping to make a few waves. Well, that's nice for him. Right. I thought I saw something about tyres. I don't know, maybe I imagined it. No, I don't see anything in here about tyres. Somebody somewhere said that I had to do something about tyres, but evidently that's not true. All right, onwards. There you go. Pretty simple off week. There is, you know, we didn't really accomplish anything at all. We've got some more scouting coming in. That's nice. If we get a win here. Well, blimey. If we get a win and all these and Trial Texera and Manny all do very badly, Engelhardt has a chance to finish in the top 3, which would be hilarious, especially since he started the season as effectively our backup driver. Right, now then, what do we got here? Wanderluck for second or above gives 650. No, it's not worth the gamble. Yandamol is the way to go. $500,000. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Including bonuses, we're down quite a lot. Driver 1's angry. Oh no, are you? Oh, what a shame. Oh, that's a pity. Yeah, do you think I'm going to make any changes there, Driver 1? No, because you're just going to drive the car into a wall again, aren't you? No pressure, Falco, just incidentally. You drive the car into a wall. The level of apoplectic rage that is likely to occur is about as much as usual, really. It's the one thing that is pretty much guaranteed to make me very unhappy. Right, okay, well, there's nothing I could do with it. They've already got the cars. Let's head to the racetrack, because I'm feeling nothing particularly. Tondela has never been a good track for me. I've raced it in all the series of motorsport, and we've never yet been able to do particularly well, unless my memory is letting me down there a little bit, and it's one of the ones that we actually did quite well earlier on in the season. But I don't recall having had a solid result at Tondela. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure some of you are keeping a scrapbook with all of our finest results, in which case, you know, fill me in. There we go. So it's nice and sunny, as you would expect here in Portugal, and there's some people waving some flags around, and that's super duper. Right, driver up. Let's go. Yeah, car setup. Now, do we do some pre-tweak? I think a bit of pre-tweak might be advisable. Now then, we're talking about acceleration, and therefore I'm going to shift the ballast ever so slightly towards the rear. No, I'm going to slide it ever so slightly towards the front, like so. And then we'll bring the speed balance back in line like that, and we'll drop the gear ratio some as well. But actually, we'll bump that back up again to keep the understeer on the go, something like that. That looks good. Right, good. There you go. Right, Falco, you're a golden boy here. So let's see how you get on. Meanwhile, D1. Let's do something similar for you. You're saying that oversteer is the way to rock. All right, I'm okay. We'll bang that in and see what you get out of it. All right, okay. Go and try not to crash. Right, off we trot. Let's go to practice and see if we can't make some money. Right, Falco, go drive. Yep, that's it. You, Albatross, go and make it happen. Oh, we are zoomed in to begin with. All right, well let's take a zoomed in kind of a look at things. There we go, we're out, and we're driving. And we're bringing them straight back in, and see what we learn in the first instance. Well, what we have learned is that this is quite a pleasing camera angle. But No radio chatter at the current time. That's acceptable. We'll see how we go. Now, super softs are available for this race, and therefore, if I'm intending to use them, I should get one of my drivers on there to kind of learn how to get good with them. Right, handling is okay. Everything else is rubbish. Okie dokie then. Well, then let's crank this further towards the front of the car. A bit more oversteer is a good thing, based on the feedback from Steph's mechanic in the first instance, and then we'll we'll drop the gear ratio a little further still. Let's see how you feel about that. Feels like we're pushing things in generally the right direction. It's just a question of whether that's the right direction or not. Right. Do we want Falco on the speedy tyres or on the harder wearing tyres? 32 lap race. That's definitely 2 stops. That one is probably 3. I think both drivers, no matter which way we cut it, are going to end up doing 2 stops. So let's plan on a soft, super soft kind of an approach here. Although it has to be said that on soft tyres, the performance difference is not that great. I'm going to keep Falco out on soft tyres because if I can qualify him on them, that wouldn't be a bad thing. If you qualify on super soft, then you are coming into the pit pretty flipping quickly during the race situation. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. Right, we've got handling right. Speed balance isn't good, but the cornering's getting there. So if we keep going that way a bit, and then we take the gear ratios down a bit further. This is more or less what we've done already, and then we bang the suspension like that. See how we get on. Right, you go out on super softs. All right, see if you can learn how to drive. Right, let's follow Falco this time and see how we go. Right, we'll wang it up to 4 times. We don't need to dwell on this. It's only practice. Bring him in. Let's see what we have learned, if in fact we have learned anything at all. Right, Falks, you must be about there by now, aren't you? No, he's still doing the thing. Right, what do we got? Well, we got the handling right, and he's still not quite there though, is it? All right, what do we got? Okay, so we had this one poor, this one good. It's got to go further still then. So let's, yeah, let's. I mean, don't spare the horses, man. Let's, you know, get it all the way into position, and then speed balance still isn't right. Well, it can't. What was it first time round? Poor, and then good. We've got to keep going that way. Well, okay. Well, we've maxed out the gear ratios. We can't go any further than that now. So, so sorry, but that's how it goes. We've got to wheel that in a little bit. No, bang that up a bit further. Yeah, like that, and then yeah. I don't think we're going to get an optimum. I don't think we're going to get an optimum fly past here, but we will see. If in fact, if I whack that all the way to the front, no, that's not going to cut it. Let's go to there. Let's do what you had set up and see what you end up with. Off you trot. Right. Now driver 1 is reporting some success, and actually it's a far less severe setup than that we're currently sporting with the boy Falco. Right. So if we go one smidge more towards acceleration, then maybe that's the optimum flight path. We'll see. All right, one more in, and then I need you to set some times, people. So you know, try and make it a good one, would you? That would be helpful. Right, Engelhart is the king of our heart. It's raining. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. It's how wet are we talking here? Oh, really wet. All right. Well, it is what it is. Still speed. No. Why? Why are we unable to get our gear ratios as we want them? I don't think we've gone the right way, you know. I think we need a bit more top end. We can't do much to take it any more towards acceleration, though, can we? Unless we ease that back and then fix it with a spot of this. And then, how are you going to fix the handling? Tyre pressure? Yeah, okay. Well, you know, you say that, but I don't think you're doing anything clever there. I think you're being not clever. No, I don't think I'm being clever either. And do you know why you don't think you're being clever? Because I'm not. If I say use setup, it's not going to send him straight out, is it? Put that back in. Right. Speed balance. I can't do anything with it. That's the problem. It feels like that's too much towards acceleration. But I can't do much more with the car here. I mean, obviously, if we change the speed balance, that's all well and good. But we want it in the sweet spot that it's in now. And therefore, you're going to have to make some fairly radical tweaks to other things in order to improve. We're at 93%. That's not bad, but it could be better. If we go that way, that helped. Yeah, that wasn't bad. One more that way. Yeah, that's you might have gone too far, but then we can ease that to about there. Yeah, in fact, keep it on the mark. Yeah, okay. Now we're talking. What about that? What about this? What about that? What about this? We'll go with this rather than that. We'll see how that goes. Right, now then, do you want to go out on intermediates? I think you're going to have to, because otherwise it's going to be all too slippery out there. So we're unlikely to find out anything useful about the car in a learning about tyres kind of a fashion. Meanwhile, driver 1 is now happy with absolutely everything. Well done, driver 1. I could just replicate these settings across both cars, but because the cars are set up differently, then that's going to prove to be a little bit. It won't translate, is my assertion on that front. Right, there you go. Go out on intermediates and just use up the rest of the time. Falco, I'm going to hope that you've got something that you like coming out of that. Oh, well done. You've unlocked something. Congratulations. Don't spend all those tokens on loot boxes now, will you? Right, okay, so let's see what sort of time we put in. Obviously, it's not going to be that competitive because other drivers have put in a dry tyre time. But Engelhardt is 0.2 of a second faster than his teammate. He does have the better car. Oh no, she's just overtaken him and is 0.6 of a second faster. Well, there's that then. Okay, right, well, it is what it is. We managed to get Falco to an excellent great. That'll do. That's not so bad. And honestly, at this point, it's all about the team more than the drivers. It would be nice for Falco to end up top 3, but he needs an awful lot of luck on his side for that to happen. So it is what it is. So not a great practice session, but we did only get to have a go on the... in fact, Falco is well off the pace. I mean, that's 2 seconds behind Crouton. Steph managed to get, driver 1 managed to get into the pack at least, despite having never had a soft tyre run. It is what it is. Right, okay, good. Now then, idiots are saying Amina Vlamink Amina, Scanstrom GT are slower than slow, define the laws of physics, lol. Okay. Well, that would be stopped then. Central Sports Network, Sophie. Meow. Manny is going to nail it this weekend. That's what she says. Ingrid Sevio, gutted by Bulldozer Powers practice. That's all right, don't worry about it. Yeah, and Sophie saying that we weren't at the races. We weren't. It started raining. There is that. And I couldn't get Falco's car exactly as I wanted it. So there's that. Now, we're coming out for early qualifying here, and it's spitting. which is a technical terminology that we use in the UK to describe this sort of weather. It is going to get worse. I'm going to chance going real fast and getting out there really quickly and seeing if we can't get a dryish time in, and if we can't, there you go, have that. If we can't achieve that, then we'll come and have another crack at it. Car setup is what it is, and weight stripping, sir? Oh, I think we might. Okay, right. The gearbox is crucial. Everything else is is available to be destroyed. So let's put some destruction in. 75% ought to do the trick. I don't like going any lower than that. I will drop to 70 if I'm feeling particularly chancy. We'll also drop that down by 10% as well, because 90% is more than enough even on a crucial part. Apply to the other car. All right, good. Okay, how do we feel? An extra 255 points of performance. Okay, cool. Right, I want you to go very fast indeed, please, team. You're going to have to get out there immediately. Go. Yeah, we just did this. Talking about redundant steps in the process, this is one of them. Right, here we go. Falco, I need you to put your foot down. Right, we'll put that on. We'll put that on. Now, we only need to qualify for the second stage here, but even so, rocking in a good time now would be a good thing to do. That's what we're going to say to that. Now, where it gets interesting, of course, is if the second stage we'll be doing qualifying on intermediates, because if this rain keeps up, that's exactly what we'll be doing. And to be honest, I think it's going to be too slippery. The amount of water on the track looks like Inters would have been the smart play. Fandango's trying it on the Super Softs as well. But honestly, I think Inters are the route to success here. Yeah, we've made the wrong call. Although it's drying up again. So what we should have done, because it's going to dry up a lot now, isn't it? Yeah, is just hold on and do it in a sec. 119. Falco almost a second behind Noah's. We're nowhere near. Right. Okay, we're going to have to fire them straight back out again, because we don't want to be eliminated. That's just humiliating. Or is it? No, it's humiliating. Get back in here. Come on, stop hanging around. Right, straight back out. We might have just enough time to do this. Tyre choice, keep on the same ones. Go, 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 go. Now, there will be traffic out there. But you know, there's not a lot I can do about that. Given that my drivers are not fitted with any kind of weapon. It started raining again, but it was saying that it wasn't going to start raining again. Well, we've hosed this then, haven't we? That's it. No, we haven't got time to come in, change, get out, do an outlap, and do a time. So, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, this has the. I should have checked it again. All I saw was it was drying, and I didn't check it again, and therefore that one it's on me. This one's my fault, there, kids. Engelhart may well not make the cut. Interesting. In which case we have the opportunity for him to be a minimum pit stop hero in the race itself. God, we got that chance. I don't think this is going to be a faster lap time, and it's not, and therefore it's a disaster. Here we go. Oh, there's still two drivers on the track. It's Crouton and Kickery. Engelhart did not make the cut. Oh, boy. Oh, well, okay, that's interesting. I'm not actually downhearted about that in the slightest, because we have seen before drivers start at the back of the grid, not having to do that that start on NAF tyres, and then get it done. But perhaps next time, check the weather forecast a little bit more thoroughly. Just perhaps. Maybe that's something you should do there. Usually I'm quite good at this stuff, but today I wasn't good at it at all. Right, okay, second stage. It is raining right now, But what we're going to do is we're going to see what happens to the weather within a couple of laps. Because that's a thing. Right, what do we got? Rain, no rain, rain. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, Steph. Right. Okay. Right. Well, let's bump you out on inters. But you seem to have chosen that for yourself already. Good job. Yeah, and then hope the rain persists rather than eases off. Right. Go on. Get out there. Right. Okay. Well, this will be what it is. Yeah. No, it's interesting. Right. Get your tyres warmed up. Now, hopefully, you're going to coincide with the track getting damper. Sadly, I've got no control over her choice of action here. But no, this is looking good. As long as we get done fairly quickish, and we should do, then we'll have absolutely the right tyres, because it's going to start getting towards the point where having a wetter weather tyre would be the smarter thing to do. Although it does look like it's going to dry off. So yeah, it's easing back on the wetness ever so slightly. Right, a 1:17. That's the fastest she's done so far. It's faster than Fandango. Evidently, I have motivated Ms. Mori with the threats of redundancy, and she's pulled one out of the bag. Although that said, we're going to go back out again on dry tyres. Yeah, go back out. Tyre choice, we'll go with softs rather than super soft. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. See, here's the thinking here. Because if the track, as it looks like being, ends up dry for when she does her sporty lap there, that should be enough to actually get her in the direction of pole position. Which is what... or she'll be in the top 7 at any rate, the top few, with a hard compound tyre. There we go. And the track is drying up absolutely lovely. She's on the right tyres. With the track having been a little bit damp, maybe they wore a little bit less. Maybe I'm just making that up. Of course, this one doesn't matter for final position. All we're doing now is qualifying for the next set. 1:7, not actually that much faster. She didn't drive very well. But that should come as no surprise to any of us, really, should it? Everybody else is now going out on super soft, and so she'll bump down the listings a little bit. But if that's their fastest time, they're going to be going out on tyres that will wear out quite quickly. All right, okay. That is what it is. What's going to be interesting is if it is not raining at the start of the race, will Kilmowski have to go out on inters? Given that that's what he set his fastest qualifying on. I don't know. But there we go. 1:17. All right. Okay, fine. All right, let's go for the final session now. What's the weather doing? It is dry. Is it going to stay dry? That's the thing. As long as it's dry at around the 5-minute mark, then heading out on dry tyres is the thing to do. It is. Heading out on dry tyres is the thing to do then. Let's use up the last of these ones. And because they're pre-scrubbed, so they should be nicely grippy. Is my belief on that front. Rightly or wrongly, possibly both. Right, here we go. Come on, Em. Prove it. If you want to stay on this team, well, it's going to take a cash injection of about 40 or 50 million quid for you to stay on the team, because I can't afford to keep you, and as such, I've got to cut at least one driver, and you've earned it. You deserve to be cut from this team. To the extent that if I'd had the money, you would have been cut from this team. So you're likely to be cut, have I mentioned, from this team. Right, okay, we're on and we're coming in. 1:16.509. It's not good enough. Manny's quite a lot faster. Fandango's a bit faster. But third would be okay. Crouton's not going to go faster than that. We're certainly a top 5 team at the moment in this regard. You can go out again. What do we look like at the tyre? No, tyres are fine. Go on, use those. I don't want to waste any more of the good tyres. You can go out on these duff ones. See how you get on. Now then, given that I've got her going out on a long-term tyre at the start of the race, I think the full petrol tank initially is the way to go, because that just saves you pit time. Although part of me says, you know, running a light fuel load could be quite exciting. Okay, starting your flying lap. The tyres are on their way out, but they're still sporty enough to get this lap done. Let's see if we can go any faster, although it does look fairly good for finishing in third overall. Let's have a look. No change. All right, a perfectly reasonable lap, and we haven't burned through too many sets of tyres, so that's all good. Right, qualifying done. And excitingly, Maury is flipping out. Oh, Marley just overtook us. Kilmowski managed to pull it in a little bit there with a late run. But that's okay. Second row of the grid. Perfectly acceptable. We'll now just see how that transpires come race time. Right. Okay. So let's have a look here. We've got some more opinions. And it's Ekaterina Bajanov. Okay, my sign Ian Hayes helmet just arrived. Got rid of the pictures of the kids to make room for it on my desk. What a great parent. And Hiroki Hazumi. Too good from Fuegas Manny. Got to be the quickest driver out there. Meow. Stop doing that. Motorsport, Motor Racing Magazine. Fuegas Manny sticks it on pole. Thank you. Michelle filling in the gaps. Qualification results. Manny, Fandango, Marley. Then a fan, apparently. Got my Lucky Marshall GT t-shirt on for my hot date tonight. Pretty cool, right? If you say so. Lisa Amorosi, top two drivers. Clem Fandango, Laszlo Hipbone. Set to resume hostilities in his pole position shootout. I think you're perhaps a bit late to the party with that one. This year's Drivers' Championship is looking tighter than a Scotsman. Don't say that about Scotsman. I mean, flipping heck. I mean, the level of casual racism in this game is disgusting. Gazette Today Motor. Clem Fandango sitting pretty at the top of the drivers. Whatever. Good. Okie dokie. Right. Well, I'm ready for this. I think we might be able to get Fiasco. Fiasco? No, he's my running back. Who are we talking about? Falco. That's the lad. I think we might be able to get him up the positions a bit. Super software more slowly. Yes. And what do we think? Race trim? Yes. See, soft tyres would be a good way to go, but race trim affects all the tyres. So let's do that. Removes the red zone from the car condition. That's not going to help me. Right, okay. What are you going to be? Race trim, pit stop guru. Thank you very much. You're also amazing. Car setup. Right, you're on soft. We could put Falco on super softs. However, I think we need him out there for longer. So that we can really push it later on. Now, going fast at the start of the race, sorry, I'm considering a few things. If we go fast now, he moves up the grid, has to come in probably around the same sort of lap as his teammate. Can we get him out and do one stop? Well, that means 16 laps per set of tyres. And it means when you do come in for that stop, you're going to have to take on fuel because you've only got 26 laps of an hold everything. Let's have a look at the setup here. Right, a tyre choice. If we go out on these, try and get 16 laps out of it. Okay, right. We're going to let the Albatross run her own race. We are going to completely focus on the boy here. And see if we can't make some magic. Right, we're going to run a lighter fuel load. Now that means an extended pit stop, but I'm going to go for a one-stop strategy and see if we can get him through it. We'll go. Yeah, it means you've got to be careful on the fuel as well. No, that's 2 extra laps of fuel. If you can't do it on that, then that's not on. So he's going to be running quite well on these harder wearing tyres. He's got protect your tyres as a bonus option there, haven't you? He's only light-footed on super softs. All right, well, let's clear that and have a look and see what else you've got. Now, soft tyres. You could go with that and that. Yes. Yeah. No, let's do it. He's not going to use super softs unless I can get him to stay up for like 18 laps, which is exactly how much fuel he's got in. So, oh goodness me. Anything else? Weight stripping. Let's take a bit more weight off the car. Ready? You really want to do that? Yeah, I do. We'll take another 5% off all of the non-critical systems, and see if he can make it round. Okay, right. This has got every opportunity to finish badly. So I'm looking forward to it. Right, driver style. You push Newcomb. Right, you driving style. Fuel burn. Give it some. Tyre wear, steady on now. That's our goal. Okay, all right, yeah. Here we go. So here is the runs and rides for the last race of season 2 of the Bulldozer Power GT Championship Series. Here we go. It's Vegas Manning and Cheap Fandango on the front row of the grid, ahead of Vlad Marley and Stephanie Mori, who is running a slightly less competitive but harder wearing tyre. On the third row, it's Jim Kilmowski and Jesus Texera. And on the fourth row, it's Constanza Schutte and Jay Blackenkout. They're ahead of Tallulah Crouton and Julie Blackenkout from Magyar Engineering. Frankie Trial and Laszlo Hipbone there in 11th and 12th. And in 13th is Henry Wellington with Ian Hayes alongside him. On the 8th row, it's Jeff Kickery for Nicholson, with Jess Kickery, his teammate, next door. On the 9th row of the grid is Falco and Army, and then at the back of the grid, it is Lacey Carlton and Duncan Injured Disorderly for Grand Slam Motorsport. Grand Suck Motorsport, more like it. All right, here we go. It's race time. And let's keep our eye on the action. And we're away. Falco gets off brightly. That light fuel load helping him out to gain 2 places immediately. Plus, of course, he's a quality driver. We've got an off there, back on again, as Falco now moves up to 12th. Well, that's lovely. Right, now where's my cursor? There you go. Do a bit of that. Have a look at the weather. Looks good. Right, Falco is looking pretty sporty right now, but remember, the main aim here for him is keep your tyres working. If we have to change up strategy, then the likelihood that he manages to get anything at all out of today is pretty flipping slim. But we'll just have to see how we go. Now, Maury's lost a place or 2 already, but she isn't running as fast a tyre as the other drivers around her. Her tyre temperature is pretty low. Falco's tyre temperature is pretty low. We'll give her access to her turbo booster when she feels like it. We'll take manual control over Falco's. He's dumped a couple of places as well, but that's okay because he's the man. He's the top beast. He's a mutant, and therefore we believe in him. Right, okay, we're coming around the series of longish corners, and we're going to want to strike with the turbo booster as soon as possible. Now's good. Now's good. Push the button. Oh, you left that a bit late. Cancel pushing the button. There you go. Save it. You pushed it at the wrong time. But I mean, you insured yourself against dropping to 15th, but you could have pushed that at a slightly more appropriate moment, when there's a nice wide bit of track, for example, is a lovely time to be engaging the afterburners. Right, like now, for example. There you go. Come on, son. You're supposed to be good at this. All right. Well, he closed up on a queue of traffic, but couldn't get past anyone. I think he made 1 place there, which didn't thrill me particularly. He just hasn't quite got the necessary get up and go to get this done. I want to put him onto push for a little while because his tyres are cold. What's the temperature going to do? Temperature's going to come up in a couple of laps. So we've got two laps of blazing sunshine, and that's going to warm his tyres up. So I'm going to leave him alone in order to keep these tyres in a workmanlike fashion. But he's back down to 15th again. And what this all comes down to is can he get by on a single stop? This is not proven, and he will take the tyres into the red on this first stint, and possibly on the second one, unless I can keep him out a little bit longer. Don't know. Genuinely, I have little to no idea. Maury, meanwhile, is in third. Just so you know, but we're not paying attention to her because she's likely to stack it anyway. So we'll continue to ignore her. Go on, Falco, come on. You pushed the wrong button again, haven't you? Okay, all right. We'll try it again in a minute. Falco now in 12th. No, back to 13th. Okay, right. Well, I'm not crestfallen about that. Here we go. This is it. This is the one. This is it. This is where it's happening now. Go on, that's the way. Through to 11th. Go on, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. That's it. Right, just a little dab of afterburners there to push through. The starting straight is really the other place that you can capitalise on such things. We've got 3 drivers into the pits already, and we're going to bring in the Albatross now. She's in second right now, but people are pitting all over the place. We'll go out on super softs, obviously. We won't take on any fuel, obviously. And everything's looking all right. Although the engine's looking a bit peaky. Okay. Not by much, just a little bit, but, you know, still looking a bit peaky. Anyway, from second place, she's going to come on in and head back out on some pacey tyres. Now, that means that for her second session, which is when she's going to run lighter on fuel, she'll have an advantage over people that are using a more conservative tyre. And the upshot of that should be that she makes an awful lot of headway during that period. Then leading to a slower tyre to round things off with. And actually, having made one stop, she is the fastest driver on the track. She is in the lead for all the drivers with one stop. The pit stop guru there paying off. Falco, meanwhile, is in 4th. Now, his tyres are down to 40%, and he needs to do about the same number of laps again in order to go the 16 laps that we asked of him. We're going to conserve the tyres. They're already cold. Yeah. Oh, you have to ask at some point, how much is it worth saving 25 to 30 seconds in the pits in order to try and keep your tyres alive just that little bit longer? 10 laps now. Well, this is the 10th lap, and he's down to 35% on his tyres. Now then, if you look at Carlton and Trial, who are ahead of him, their tyres have seen much better days. Hitbone, however, and we know that Hitbone often runs the few stop strategy. Hitbone has managed to do really rather well in having probably 40+% left on his tyres. But this is not going to do it. We can't get it done on one more stop for Engelhardt. And given that he's going to be losing time, he's only 2 seconds ahead of his teammate, who needs to back off the tyres a little there. Just back them off a little, because they're starting to see. You're starting to see the cabling in the tyres. Bulldozer Power currently running 2nd and 3rd, but that ain't gonna last. No sirree, Bob. But it has to be said that driver 1 is 12 seconds ahead. No, she's not. No, she's not. Just ignore everything I just said. She's 5 seconds ahead of the next driver, who is in a similar kind of pit scenario. But at the current rate, she looks like she's going to try and come in at around the same time as Engelhardt comes in for his first. If he can make his tyres last. Right, I'm going to tell him to let her through. Strategy, let your teammate through. There you go. Right. Now, she has to capitalise on this, because obviously she's going to be coming in as well soon. Meanwhile, Falco, 4 laps of fuel left, 14% remaining on the tyres. He's going to be saying, Chief, we need to come in, Chief. The tyres bad tyres. Steph's in first at the moment. Falco's in second. It's a 1-2 for BDP, well, BDP far C, frankly. Can I make it to the end of the race with this much fuel left? No. But I do need you to go a little bit longer on those tyres. I've got to bring Falco in. I've got to do it. Can he go one more lap? I'd be very surprised. What happens if your tyres drop to 0%? How slowly do you go? And you can see already he's being burned by absolutely everybody. I've got to bring him in. I have to bring in Falco, the Falco Engelhardt. I'm not going to run him on 0% tyres. That's asking for complete disaster. Yeah, all right, go out. We're gonna try for it. We're gonna try for 1 pit stop only. 17 remaining. He's going to have to make these last longer than the first set. Okay. 18.65 and 19.65. I don't want to run out of fuel. How's the car looking? Dubious but workable. All right, smashing. Right, come on in. And then we'll bring in Maury the lap after. So now, in fact, we'll trigger that one. And then she needs to go out on slower tyres. Although, does she? No, she's going to come in twice anyway, no matter what. So she might as well go out on the fast stuff. Right, and we'll give her enough to finish off on, which it should be that. I always bang in more fuel than we need because I like to run a rich fuel usage option. All right, Falco's burning places right now, but he'll make those back up with the second round of pit stops. He comes back out in 14th, 15th, 16th. And he's still running his conserve tyre strategy. He's going to run that from the get-go because he didn't quite have enough to go half distance. Maury comes in with nothing left in the tyres. Perfect timing on the pit stop there. But how's she going to do when it comes to rejoining? Survey says back down in 11th. Okay. That's ahead of Texera and Mule and Shooty and Wellington and Marley, Black and Cow, Kickery, Crouton. So she is again at the head of all the drivers who have stopped twice. This is not a disaster. Right, Falco, let's do some driving. Right, and once we get around this corner, I know I did push the boot it button. Don't give them a nudge. What's the matter with you? There you go. We'll conserve a little bit of that and use it again in a minute. Falco needs to learn how to overtake. It seems to be something that he has difficulty with. Flipping clown. Look, if I'm going to micromanage you, Sunshine, I expect you to do a little bit better in terms of, you know, when I take my eye off you for a sec to manage the rest of the team and to make important commentary. I expect you to actually get something done. Go on, go on, go on. No, you flipping coward. Right, well, Falco's in 16th, and we don't need him to do much better than that. He is in, when you look at kind of lead lap drivers, he's got 6 ahead of him, so he's maybe in 7th at the current time. Yeah, right, okay, well, Hipbone is doing particularly well. He's got those super softs on. He's had 1 stop only. He's got plenty of life left in those tyres. If I had to make a bet right now, I'd say that he was good to win this race. Fandango somehow has managed to have his 2nd stop and leapfrog people. But then he does cheat, so that should really come as little or no surprise to any of us. Steph's got a little bit more action available in her tyres. I'll give her some encouragement there. We've used 1/4 of the tyre life for Falco, but everything that he's doing right now hinges on him staying out the rest of the race. We've got some 2 stoppers who are going to be coming in for stop 3 before too long. So that's where Falco's going to do his overtaking, is when they come into the pits, if he can remain in any way competitive before then. But nursing those tyres absolutely has to be his #1 goal at the current time. We will try and afterburn into a little bit of victory here, even if it's just fending off those who are behind him. Maury now up to 4th. That's not so bad at all. Yeah, I'm using a name again. Frankly, it's because it takes less concentration to read it than it does to then pass it through into calling it Albatross the entire time. Maury in 4th, that's not bad. Hitbone is going to come in for his first stop pretty soon, but does have a 14-second lead over Fandango. So Hitbone is not going to be on the drag by much after coming in. Steph is going to need to come in for her 3rd stop pretty soon, I'd say, probably within the next couple of laps. And then we're going to put her out and tell her just to absolutely hammer the hell out of the car. So we're getting Hitbone has got mechanical problems. Oh, and I'd said that he was looking good for a strong finish today, but not if he is having to, you know, put on a new lozenge within the twerk Fandangle. That's a thing that he might have to do there. Engelhart, defend yourself. There you go. Don't let that flipping clown Kilmowski get past you. And when you come up on another car, try going to the side of it to overtake, rather than straight up the exhaust pipe. I think you might have a little bit more success that way. Right, Steph's going to come in. Right, okay, and you can go back out on supers. 6. So see, 7 laps remaining after we won't have enough. It's because we burn the fuel. I'm splashing in 2 laps. It just feels just rotten, but that's what it takes. So, right, come on in, do a bit of this, do a bit of that. Fast pit stop, make it happen. Right, so coming in from 3rd, we're going to dump quite a few places because it is fairly close here. Might get out in around 8th, 9th, maybe 10th place. But we'll find out. And as you can see, now that we're down to single figures on the tyres, Steph is most definitely off the pace. But we're going to come in and we'll see what happens. Another run the tyres right to the edge there. Engelhart's gone through, now in 8th. He won't hold that though. He's going to be dependent on other drivers coming in. I think we'll see Shooty fairly soon. We'll see Trial. Probably see Black and Count. Maybe Marley as well. I don't know if Marley's going to try and run his tyres to the end of the race too. But, well, I guess that's what we'll find out. Maury comes out of the pits in 12th. Gear changes feel a bit odd. Can we do something about it? Yeah. Don't break the car. Right, okay. Do we want to keep you on a rinse the tyres? Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. All right, let's keep our eye on the ball here. Now, 35% left on the tyres, 5 laps to go. That is not good. It is not good. 4 laps to go. It's not good. No, it's just not good. I think we might have been a bit too aggressive. Obviously, if I bring him into the pits now and all is lost, all is lost. We're gonna go for it. If he makes it, great. If he doesn't matter. At this stage, it's all about what can we actually accomplish here. We'll put a defensive manoeuvre in now. There you go. Back off, you. And that distracted Texera to the point that Steph went, thanks very much, came straight through. That's teamwork right there, with Engelhart acting as lead blocker to an extent. And we've already got that flagged, so that's good. That's it. Excellent. Right, now, Falco, you need to block anybody else who tries to get past. That's the important bit. Where we're gonna ride quite a lot on Steph's capability of finishing this out without crashing for once. Is something up with the suspension? Probably. But I'm not bringing you in, son. You've got 2 laps to go. You've got 20% on the tyres. Make them last. Make it worth it. Make it count. I don't think you're going to finish in the top 10 somehow. No, I think that something else is going to happen instead. Oh, flipping it. Even with the afterburners on, still gets overtaken by Shooty, who's on a proper charge. Is absolutely levelling it to try and get up towards challenging for gold. Meanwhile, Steph is in 6th, and we're going to take control of her. Falco is now, we'll give him control over his own afterburners. Yeah, Falco's destiny is now his own. Right, here we go. No, we don't want 6th. Go, 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 go. Floor it, go on, get through, go, go, go. 8th is not enough. More than that. Don't get held up by these clowns. Murder your tyres. Just go, woman. Come on. Oh, what are you doing? You had it all on a plate. There you go, 6th. Got 6th back. Come on, turbos. Go, go. Oh, flipping Nora. My goodness me. How did you lose that in such spectacular fashion? That's just disgusting. Well, that's beyond disappointing, is what that is. Falco did manage to get round on one stop. Nobody else did. It wasn't a good strategy. He had to run too slowly for too long for that to be competitive, but we did make it work anyway. No, just rubbish. Rubbish. No, that's not a good finish. To be holding on a 6th at the start of the last lap and finish up in 9th. I mean, honestly, terrible. What a terrible piece of driving. No, I'm not taking any responsibility for that. That was a terrible piece of driving. We blew the sponsor objective as well, but that should come as a surprise to nobody. And that dumps Falco by a place, and Albatross picked up a place in the same process. Has that done enough? No, we finished in 6th. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, I might be out on my ear. In fact, that seems reasonably likely. Right, okay. So, Arya Iliriokanen. Okay, fine. Just bumped into Orly on AMR, drove Army Mule in the hotel, saw my shirt and posed with a pic, whatever. Satisfied Clam Fan Cheat, 1. Yeah. Bulldozer Power GT will be pleased with a strong result. The hell we will. Oh, no, that was rubbish. No, I'm about to get fired. And I'd like to just back up here for a moment. How far short are we? 5 points off. Behind Nakata. So, Nakata finishing in today's race. Nakata performance. 3 and 4. Oh, I see. So they put in a Thunderdome of a race to finish things off. Getting what are we talking here? We're talking 10 with 12 points, 22 points more than us is what they earned this race. Yeah, that's nowhere. In fact, it's more than that because it's 36 and 34. 28 points ahead of us in this race. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. And it all started when Falco didn't quite manage to qualify. That one is on me. That's my bad. But since then, I'm blaming everybody else. It's all their fault. Falco managed to do it on one pit stop. That was worth it. I think I'm fired. I think I might be fired. Yeah, that's a thing. Well, given it's the end of the season, let's find out, shall we? Financial breakdown, oh dear. Yeah, okay, right. And meanwhile, the championship is also rounded up, and Tate rounds out a charge in the closing series of the season to finish first again with both pole position and fastest lap, and that's enough to make him 3rd overall in the season. Very nice. Swans got 2nd. Wasn't enough to close down Bean, but we didn't expect that to happen anyway. And Nancy Pumpkin, for the other Orange GT driver, had a strong performance to finish in 3rd. As far as team performance goes, well, Orange closed them down towards the end there, but Spartan got it done. Spartan did the job, got the silverware there. Meanwhile, there we go. So that's what we need to show you here is the result. It's not good. The only thing that we can cling to is that Scanstrom are going to leave. That'll be nice, and that I don't lose my job. But that is not certain yet. Anyway, there he is. Cheating Fandango wins the season. Well done. Scanstrom GT win the season. Well done. Jolly good to you. Get out of my division. There you go. And there's a trophy. Look. That's lovely. Yeah, losing both Marley and Fandango from this club would not be a bad thing. Right, okay, well, brace yourselves. Anything could happen. I've got my P45 ready, just in case I need it. Oh, we've done some scouting. Oh, hold on, let's do the pit crew. Yeah, let's remove the tired ones. There's some. Oh, look, there's people. Good. Let's have a look at the scout report that came in, and it's Sheila Alvaranga. Sheila, she's great at nothing apart from consistency, where she's awful. Good. Are you a pay driver? No. You're a motorbike champion. I suggest you go back to motorbikes. Right, in the mailbox. Let's go from the beginning. Manny top with black and count behind. Guys, old news there. Manny denies Fandango a pole. Okay. Car condition update. Falco's car dropped a lot. Steph's dropped less. Okay. Now, do I have time for an interview? Yeah, whatever. Your team used race orders. Yes. I felt it was justified. So, shut up. Right. Okay. Pit crew review. Renault quick review of the pit crew, and they were good. Excellent. Cheat finishes top. That's smashing. Contracts running down. Both my race mechanics need some contract action. I've put one in already. I might let Becky go. I haven't decided yet. And we've done a scouting report. All right. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I understand. I understand what it is you're telling me. I haven't heard back yet. I did offer a contract. Actually, Becky's pretty good. Apart from chemistry. You know, I mean, chemistry would be quite good at helping her get on with her driver a little bit better. But, don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we'll renew the contract. She's cheap enough and she's got quite a lot of potential. So let's try that. Cost per race, 18,000. I think we're going to need a little bit more than that, don't you? Let's bump them up to 43k. Have a nice long contract. There you go. I'm not offering any bonuses. That's not how we roll. Everyone would rather have it in as part of their regular package, is my suspicion. Right, in the mailbox. Stephanie Morris not feeling it. I'm really struggling with my driver. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, you're going to be off form for one race. Well, that's if you ever get to race again after I fire you. And Becky's now finished repairing the car. Okay, so far, haven't been sacked. Give it time. Let's see if we're still here. Right, Simon Higgins. Russian Oil Racing have released a press report explaining that their long-serving chairman, Viktor Matveev, has retired. Okay, never heard of them. Prize money. I am happy to present you with your prize money for the 2017 season. It's not quite enough to get us out of debt. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, great. We still owe £500,000. Brilliant. The Marshall GT got manager of the whatever, and Constanza Schutte got driver of the season. That's lovely. Vittorio Corsa's chairman, Ariana Bruno, is retired. Oh, okay. Good. So far, still haven't been sacked. Hold on to your hats. Right, okay. 2018 rules. Beijing we're moving to Rio, and we've reversed the Drivers' Championship grids. Interesting. Oh, that means no qualifying. All right, okay. And the promotions and relegations. Scanstrom have gone up, and Oberhof Racing Team are coming down. Okay. Right, well, still haven't been fired yet. Right, Kevin has accepted his contract. Good for you, Kev. Good for you. Good. Good for you. I'm still in a job at the current time. Just about still in a job, and I'm still here. We've got slot 6 has got 2 offers in. Well, I'm going to keep doing the job until they fire me. 10 races at 400 grand a race is anyone? Yes, it's 4 million quid, or 1.6 up front for 8 races. We'll hold on and see what's behind door number 3. Scouting. We've looked up Ulysses' failure, and he is. The word I'm thinking at this point is garbage. Right, he's a wet weather struggler. Of course he is. He doesn't like overtaking. He's a team player. Well, that's super. And he likes racing motorbikes. I would say he's probably pretty poor at that as well. My goodness me. One of the worst drivers I've ever seen. Beautiful. Staff. Yes. I think Becky's back on board. Last I checked. But we're going to have a... Becky's only considering, which means she's probably haggling. Let's get in the mailbox. Monberg joins Grand Slam Motorsport. Who? Ib Monberg. Okay. Hello, Ib. I think I could bring a lot to the team here in Belgium. Oh, I don't care. Marshall GT signed O'Sox, Argyle O'Sox, who was previously driving for Ruiz, is now driving for Marshall GT. Is he any good? Do we know? No, not really. Sorry, she. Sorry, terribly sorry, Argyle. The only Argyle I'm aware of is the limo driver in Die Hard. Right, Haley Hypnotoad has moved to Yuma. Okay. Orleon AMR have signed Sophie Harrison. Fine. Scouting report we've looked at, and the contract expiring. Georgia Chemical, I'd like to be ready to sign the contract that we negotiated. Well, sign it then. You don't need to go sign the contract. Go on, sign it. Sign the contract. What were you hanging around for? I offered you a contract. You said, yeah, which, as far as I'm concerned, is good. That's all the contract you need there, son. Right. There you go. We're now rolling into pre-season. And that's going to wrap it up for today because apparently I haven't been fired. So I'll be back with Season 3 of Motorsport Manager featuring Bulldozer Power GT. This series is going for another season because that's what you voted for. Yeah, you did. There you are. So here it is. Here we are. There you are. Here we all are. I haven't got any money. Oh, and that's a thing. I dread to think how this is going to turn out. So be sure to tune in next time to find out what we do to our car this year to hopefully make it a contender. Cheerio.